Bob Clague is a wood turner. He is also incredibly philosophical and reverent.
Ken Hoagie was a project manager for the Press Home side of Carondelet Village. And he knew that these trees were going to be taken down, and he was specifically thinking about the walnut trees. And he thought, well, maybe we can get some of that wood and Bob can do something with it that we could give back to the sisters. And I thought that just made a lot of sense to make prayer bowls for the sisters. And what I wanted it to be was a really smooth, sensual object to hold in the hands and to provide a focus, either a metaphorical focus of imagining things in the bowl in your prayers, or letting the bowl speak to you out of its grain or its beauty or its feel. It needed to be a highly tactile object, and I really love the shape that I came up with. I tried to make it a meditation while making the bowls, so that as I was turning each one, I would imagine them being held by a sister whom I'd never met. I could just imagine, and hoped that they would have some meaning and just be held, and that made it a very nice process for me. Especially the part about returning their own trees to them in a way that I hoped would be meaningful for them. And it turned out that it has been meaningful, and that has made me cry I don't know how many times. So it's pretty wonderful. I've been a woodworker for 25 years or so. I've been a wood turner for about 4.5. And I started with the old lathe I was telling you about. I just put a piece of wood in it one day, and I had some old tools that my dad had left me. And I started it and had it spinning, and I happened to make a nice cut that one day, and I was hooked. It's a very addictive sort of feeling. When I'm spinning a block of wood, it isn't just a block of wood that I get to make into whatever I want to make it. It determines a lot of what happens. I mean, I love trees in all their aspects. Trees they're so long lasting, and when you have a tree in your yard, you will have a relationship with that tree for however long you live there. Plus, it's been there and it's going to be there for the most part. So I think people trust trees. They're very steady. They also, they have so much beauty in their different shapes, and people come to relate with those shapes and the leaves and the bark and the smells of different trees. The differences between species of trees are amazing, and just the way that they cut and the way that they feel and the way they smell and the way they polish up, they're all different.